Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is June 20th, 2024. Here is another daily analysis. All right, market just reacted nicely to this important level. S&P 500 goes down, and we just see kind of like volatility picked up today as well. So S&P goes down after hitting new all-time high, 5,512 points to the upside and then rejecting that level nicely going down. So this is kind of like the scenario that we were waiting for, and we are not surprised at all. I'm sure that if you watched my previous videos, you haven't been surprised at all. So market can go down. I believe the correction started and it's in weekly correction. So I should say if weekly close get back to the bearish side, you should see some kind of like a volatility going all the way down. So 53.70, that's going to be the level, first level. But I believe that still, if it goes deeper, we can see some kind of like a more volatility all the way down to 5,300, even 52, actually 35. So that's the level that I'm just looking for. These levels are going to be a good bottoming formation, I should say, for the market down the road. So we should just give market benefit of that for now. But I should say market reversed nicely. And this is just the beginning, a correction. So we can see this correction is coming. We are not getting below this pivotal point. This is going to be very, very less likely. So we should say if this correction ends by, let's say, second week of July, that's going to be a perfect scenario for the next bottoming phase, a rally to the upside for a potential double top or even new all-time high to 55, 60, 5,600. So that's the scenario that I'm looking at for S&P 500. Moving on to Nasdaq, which was kind of like a leader to the downside today. Nasdaq nicely reversing down, nice bearish engulfment after hitting the all-time high, 20 ground hit, and then boom, or I should say kaboom, actually going down nicely. So Nasdaq just overstretched, overbought. Anyway, if you slice it and dice it, it can go all the way down to 19,164, even going below, like getting into 18,800, 18,000, even 700. So it can go lower. I'm not sure if we get below this pivotal point. I should say potential scenario is going to be, we're going to be very, very low at this area. So it's going to be 18,500. Not more than that. Actually, I'm not looking for more than that, basically, I should say. So the downside target is going to be there. It is in my box. This is going to be very, very, I should say, realistic scenario, not not optimistic, not pessimistic, some kind of like a realistic scenario. We should see this scenario happens. Moving on to US 30, which is Dow. Dow just moving higher today. Money is just getting out from Nasdaq, going into Dow, which was the scenario that we talked about this before. So I believe this is the sign that we are not heading into crash. We are heading into correction. So it's kind of like a sector rotation from one sector to another. So this is a perfect scenario for a corrective move. And this corrective move can last like a 2 to 3, maximum 5% for S&P and Nasdaq. And that's going to be very healthy. While market is just putting money into Dow and selling Nasdaq. So this head and shoulder obviously didn't work out. And it was kind of like the scenario that we were talking about when we get at the next tackle, which just initiated today to this area, which is at 39,117. So that's the close for Dow. And we just got a 340 points to the upside. This is a nice supply area that triggered twice. And this time, third time, actually initiate to the upside, engulfed nicely. And we should some kind of like a pullback for the next rally to the upside to 40,000, I should say. So this is the area, this is the demand, this is the supply, hidden supply, 39,500. So this is kind of like the supply that I'm just looking at. So 40,000 is going to be the level that I'm just looking at. So we will see how it goes with this. Money is just flowing into Dow. gold and energy as well. So moving on to gold, which had a nice rally. If you remember, I was saying like gold has a two potential scenario. One is rally from here, which just going above this trend line. This triangle actually broke up nicely today, or we can see down, then up. So this is kind of like a very, very pessimistic scenario. If we get below this, everyone just pile money onto this head and shoulder, which I was saying, yes, this is head and shoulder, but the formation is not that strong. So money is just helping buyers at this stage of the game for gold, and gold just spike higher nicely today. Seems like money is getting out of technology, out of stocks, going into gold, going into dividend payers, which is Dow, and going into energy stocks, which we will get back to those ones as well. So right now we should see a rally in precious metals nicely going up to 2400, even higher. I believe 2500. This stage is going to be touched, and it's going to be very, very nice scenario for new all-time high. Moving on to silver, which was rock star today. Actually, yesterday, if you just watched yesterday video, I said silver just spiked up nicely. It just triggered buy signal. And today we just got a nice buy signal here. Recapture SMA 20. However, this is kind of like the scenario that we are looking for. If we get a breakout, we should see above this important wide range bar. If we get above this wide range bar, nothing is going to stop here. I believe that this is ultimately a very nice bull flag. So if you remember, we were pretty bullish on silver, and we are pretty bullish still on silver as well. So this is just the beginning. Three white soldiers just break out nicely. I believe that the next move is going to be breakout, back test, and then getting above this 3150. So if we get above 3150, we should see some kind of like a higher scenario is coming for silver. So that's going to be a perfect scenario for silver bulls, which I believe it's going to just initiate another rally, something like this or something like this to 30, 34 to $36. Moving on to crude, which had a positive day today, not a bad session. So crude is just getting above this important pivot. So intermediate low just happened in June, and we should see this is kind of like a very interesting low, 78% Fibonacci retracement going higher. This is a hidden divergence as well, so pretty strong pattern. And we broke up above this 77, getting into 81 to 82. 82, if 82 touches, then we should see a rally to $88 as well. So $88 is coming as well for crude. All right, let me move on to individual names. All right, let's start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we just had the uptick today, still forming kind of like the bottom formation. You shouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin goes down to this area, like a 60 to 62,000. So that's going to be potentially the final bottom for Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin gets back here to this trend line, I should say if it goes down first and then going up, or it's just turning around and then going up, that's going to be a fantastic reverse head and shoulder breakout, heads to 100K. So that's the bottom line for Bitcoin. I'm pretty bullish on this. I should say we are kind of like a very, very low. If you are not there yet, we are pretty kind of like a close to the cycle low for the next rally to the upside. Ethereum, $39 down today. Ethereum, this is kind of like a bearish consolidation, but this bearish consolidation followed by two shadows here, two long lower shadow, middle of this white range bar. Pretty bullish, but we need to see some kind of like either breakout. If it goes down, let's say if it goes down, I should say this is going to be the final low going higher. If it goes higher, that's going to be kind of like on track. So for people who wants to take a trade, I should say anything above this low, we should be safe for the Ethereum for kind of like this is the target, which is 47 to 4,800 down the road. Bond yield, just optic today, not a bad session, still forming up the low, bearish consolidation for the next dip to 4.4 to 4.5. TLT treasuries going higher, going down today, but just the buyers came back to the rally. Still, it is in the bull run. VIX 80 cents up today, not a bad session, $13.28. Forming a bottom here, intermediate low for the next spike to $16 to $17. That should be it. I wouldn't say VIX can go all the way up to 20 to 21. This is going to be less likely. Moving on to Dixie. Strong candle today going higher. Seems like Dixie is kind of like a diverging from the bond yield. A Dixie up, gold up, crude up. So this means money is just flowing into safe haven assets. It doesn't mean that it's going to just have like a more interest rate or something like that. People just liquidating from stock, piling into gold, piling into precious metals and US dollar as well. Magma indicator, we just had like a very, very choppy day. Doji bar here, still bullish consolidation. Apple, $4.61 down. This is kind of like reversal that we're expecting. Apple can go all the way to 197-ish area. Amazon, $2.39 up. Uptick today, not a bad session for Amazon, but I should say everyone needs to be careful about these names because technology can go lower. Meta, $2.21 up today, and Microsoft, 64 cents down. Google, $1.21 up. Netflix, $6.64 down. This is kind of like the supply area that I was looking for, and I should say we should see some kind of like a volatility, choppy market to the downside for Netflix. Tesla, $3 down today, still forming a bullish consolidation here as well. Moving on to semiconductors, SMX, $7.84 down. Semiconductors, it's kind of like one of those days for semis. Actually, we should see some kind of like a more downside move. And when we see downside move in semis, we can go all the way down to 236. Stocks, the same pattern here, $7 down. Taiwan Semiconductor, $4.31 down. AMD just the uptick today, but rejecting this top here. If it goes higher, I should say AMD just diverging its way from semis. Nvidia going down $4.80. Look at that. So this is kind of like a bearish engulfing at the top. Very ugly candle. Nvidia can go lower, I believe, to this area, which is going to be $95. This is Texas Instruments, $3.49 down, and also Lam Research after hitting the all-time high yesterday, just had a great bearish engulfing at the top. I believe that the bullish momentum is over for the short term for them. Moving on to financials, XLF, a great move today. Seems like there is no downtick anymore, so the correction is over for these names. KBE going up as well, so large cap bank ETF are going higher, 9 cents. KRE regional banks are doing good as well. So I believe that if it go above $50, we should see some kind of like a bullish momentum all the way 55, 56, even $60 is coming down the road. I believe that regionals are gonna just doing well as per of chart. I don't know about the fundamentals. GPM, $1.61 up. Not a bad session at all for JP Morgan. Goldman Sachs, 62 cents up. A great bullish consolidation here. This is great pattern, folks, and we should see follow through. If we see follow through, the higher high, 500 to 520 is coming down the road. Bank of America, zero change here. Wells Fargo, 9 cents down, still breaking out this channel, and we should see higher highs. Gold miners, actually, they have done fantastic move last 3 days, I should say. This is the bottom. Going higher, gold miners need to go above 36.7 cents. GDXJ, $1.13 up. AEM, Agnico Eagle, $1.46 up. Newmont, $1.02 up. And Franco-Nevada, $1.24.25 up. Gold Barrick, 55 cents up. All in all, I should say they are doing very well, and we should see some kind of like a follow through. As I said, gold miners are very, very close to exponential rally to the upside. Moving on to the last sector, XLE, great bull flag here. It's just that going down, stop hunting lots of people, but getting back to the upside. If it goes to 92, I should say the breakout is coming. XLE can go higher exponentially. XOP, the same pattern here. If it goes above 150, it can go higher. OIH at $3.29 up. Great reaction to this demand area, it goes higher as well. Exxon, $3.36 up. Great move here as well. Chevron, $3.31. What a candle today for Chevron, just going higher, 2.16% to the upside. If it goes to 160 to 162, we can just see more higher highs for Chevron is coming down the road. All right, I believe I covered everything today. If you like this, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.